What's up everybody? Welcome to YuGiBOOM, and today I'm updating the Jinzo deck profile. YuGiBOOM! Alright guys, so here's another non-meta mayhem deck. You know, we really enjoy being rogue players and making these old decks and trying to find ways to make them good again. And like I've stated before, Jinzo just always will be tried and true one of my favorite monsters. So without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. Alright, so first off guys, what you're going to want to do is run Jinzo himself in the deck. I mean, you know, he's just going to be exactly what you need to get all your combos started. No, but seriously, so we have 3 Jinzo as your main, you know, theme of your deck. 3 Jinzo Ejector. He's definitely one of your best combo pieces for just getting off some really random and obscure plays. Jinzo Returner also still at 3 because he'll summon any Jinzo monster from your graveyard, which is these 2. And he's also just a nice little free attack if you can get it on. That's it for the Jinzo monsters. Moving on to the warriors. I remember in the last deck profile I was really conflicted over some random crap I was running, and this time I finally played with this deck enough to know what was just pointless and what really like gets things going. So of course the 3 Armageddon Knight, then 3 Dark Grepher, 3 Destiny Hero Malicious, and 2 Plague Spreader Zombies. And that's it now for that little dark like core engine, you know. No more of the other Destiny heroes or the gimmicky stuff. Even though the nice draws off Celestial sometimes, it just wasn't really that fluid of a player, and it just really hindered the deck from actually doing what it needs to do, which is just swarm monsters and try to go for an OTK. And then the last 2 monsters, which is this is different in the deck, is I am running 2 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Mainly just because I actually found the space after taking out the dead cards, and why not make a deck I really like have a little bit more aggression. Moving on to the spells. Being a Jinzo deck, you run no traps, of course, if you've seen the last profile. For the spells, I did switch it up a tiny bit, so we still have 3 Allure of Darkness because you got a ton of darks in your deck and you just need to get through it sometimes. 3 Inferno Reckless Summon. This is mainly going to be used on your Jinzo Ejector since he's treated like Jinzo. It's similar to like Machine Dupe with the Cyber Dragon monsters because this will summon all monsters with the same name, so you can get the level 6 Jinzo out of your deck as well. Next, we have 2 Pot of Acquisitiveness. I still choose to run this. I don't really banish that important of monsters enough to run Burial, so I'm still sticking with Pot of Acquisitiveness because I just rather have my Mallies and a Plague Spreader back in the deck so the Mallies are live again, or the last Mallie is live again, and then I can just draw like a random card. Still running 2 Mass Change too, because we are running a couple of the Mass Heroes in the extra deck. You can probably guess which 2. And then another new addition is I am running 2 Called by the Grave. I actually ran this before it got limited to 2, but I never had it at 3 anyway, so it kind of just worked out. But this is just really helpful, as a lot of people know, especially since your deck can really be hindered by a lot of cards. And then last for our 1-ofs is the Rhoda, Reasoning, Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, and then Raigeki and Dark-Hole. Just give yourself as much power-hitting spell cards as you can. So Reasoning is a personal preference in a lot of my decks, but it can actually really benefit you in this deck. So next comes our extra deck. So my extra deck didn't change too drastically, just some of the monsters did. But we still have a Brionic and a Stardust Charge Warrior as our 2 level 6 synchros. And then for our level 8s, we have 1 Crystal Wing, 1 Void Ogre Dragon, and 1 Beals. I actually find myself making Void Ogre Dragon more than almost anything else, just because he could be just as annoying as a Crystal Wing depending on what, you know, else you set up on your board. So that's it for the synchros. For our 2 masked heroes, we got the Dark Law and the Anki. Dark Law is obviously just amazing and very annoying and quite easy to summon. And then if he's done his duty, he's also a level 6, which allows you to use him with your Jinzo and your Mallies to exceed as well. speaking of that, for 2 level 4s, I am just running Nightmare and Castell. I still like Nightmare right now, even though Exiton got unbanned. I put Exiton in a lot of other decks, but you could try an Exiton Knight down here instead, or maybe a Cowboy, because I do find myself sometimes, if I don't get a perfect hand, even if I get to attack my opponent well with a big ol' swarming board, I always find myself just shy of 8,000 life points. So Cowboy might not be another bad decision to run in this as well. But that's only 2 rank 4s and 2 rank 6s, excuse me, which will be number 39 Utopia Beyond, and still Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal, because she's just gonna send extra stuff to your graveyard, get you another Jinzo on board, and just do what you can. And he's your little answer for Borreload and stuff, because he doesn't target and he just makes every monster on the field 0. Now for the links, I dropped down to only 1 Isolde, and I used to run the Clifford Geniuses too, but now I'm just running 2 Wee Witches Apprentice because she's way better. And the reason why only 1 Isolde is just because sometimes I might just want to thin the deck a little more. Realistically, she was really in here the first time because I ran a lot more warriors that were needed and stuff, or used as that would be a better way. And then lastly, I just threw in 1 Borreload Dragon because he's just a really powerful card. I mean, you know, everybody's using him. Why not have him yourself? And you're not really in a position with this deck, at least yet, to extra link or anything like that. So if you're gonna go into something a little heavier, if you're just sitting on a Wee Witcher and an Isolde and you can get a lot of summons off, you might need to make this as an answer. So that is it. I like to keep my profile short and sweet. That's the updated Jinzo deck profile. I will be honest and say it runs a lot smoother than before. Give me any comments below if you guys think that any other engines would work, or what you might suggest for some extra link power in this deck, and let me know if you've brought any other old rogue decks back to life, and maybe we can duel online sometime. But like, comment, subscribe. We are working on a ton of skits. We love to do very anti-meta things even as ourselves, so hope you enjoy. Thank you.